Okay guys, customer video here. 8 pill 2879 standard. Has standard HG 2879s in it, straight 8, so it is a high drive. I recommend absolute max going into one of these being about 300 watts PEP. You'll just have to play with the dead key. I'd estimate somewhere between 10 and 15 watts worth of dead key, and I would probably run it around 300 watts dead key out of the amp. So, 10 to 15 watts in, 300 out. That's running it pretty conservatively. And we're going to test it, little 2-pill 1446. I think it does a little bit over 200 watts. So, not necessarily max power, but we should see some decent output. Voltage is 14.8, which is probably about 14.6, 14.7 by the time it gets to the end of the cables there. I recommend no more than 14.5 going into these. Okay, people are running them at 15 volts now, but if I tell people 15 volts, they'll run them at 15.5. If I tell you 14.5 and you're running at 15, then you're probably still going to be okay. But I still recommend around 14.5 volts. That half a volt difference really isn't worth the extra pressure you might put on the transistors. You leave room for error. SWR, keep it below a 1.3. Get it to a 1.1 or below if possible. Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and get on the program. The slug we're going to use is a 2500 watt. We will test average and peak power, and we will show you how much current we're drawing. Now keep in mind, the current shown drawn here is the driver and the 8 pill and the radio. So the radio probably draws about 2.5 amps, and the driver probably draws 10 amps anyway. So if you had it on its own dedicated supply, you'd be drawing a little bit less. But let's get on with it here. Let's give it a good audio. That's a 250 watt dead key to 300 watt dead key for reference. Hello, audio. Hello. Around 120 amps. Again, probably not max output. I definitely would recommend a 150 amp power supply minimum to run one of these. You can go bigger, of course, if you want. Average power over here. Again, we're not hitting it with max power. You guys can see that's a 2500 watt slug. I don't know if you can see that or not. Top scale. Ooh, about 850 to 900 average. And then PEP. Audio, that is 17, yeah, about 1750 there. Audio. We can't stay on it too long. Dummy load's only 1500 watts. So 1750, this one's actually getting up pretty good, pretty stout for one of these. Generally, with my testing setup and everything else, I think we usually see around 15 to 1600. This one's doing about 17.5, and I would run it right there. You put an extra 75 watts into it and gain a little bit more. It's probably not worth it. But Mr. Jerry, I hope you like this one, man. Nice amp. The last 8 pill 2879 I have in stock. I do have an 8 pill 454. And a couple of 1-driving 4s and stuff like that. But this is the last 8 pill I have for right now. And she's a dandy. I think it should be a good one for you. Questions, comments, complaints, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Rooster in Tennessee. Hope to catch you guys out there on the band. See you, bye.